Well, the Partisan Defense Committee is based on the International Labor Defense, which was formed back in the 20s by the Communist Party. And it reaches out to prisoners or anybody in struggle, whose struggle affects the working people of the country and the world.
Mm-hmm.
And right now their big focus is on the struggle to free Mumia Abu-Jamal.
Right.
And they also maintain a stipend program for prisoners, including Ugo.
And Rochelle McGee.
Yes, and the MOVE members and other prisoners who need support.
Right.
Because of the cost. Well, like Phil Africa just told me recently, and I think I passed it on to you, they're charging for hospital visits in the prison now, or charging them for aspirins and things like this. So.
And I understand you also have to pay a $5 fee to see a doctor.
Yeah, the copay.
The copay.
Where do you get your $5?
Where do you get $5 in prison? That's crazy. And of course, the medical situation is infinitely worse than it is out here, and it's pretty bad out here. So you can just imagine. In fact, the healthcare system is in receivership here in California right now.
And did you hear the receiver just got replaced by Felton Henderson? The judge, Felton Henderson, is replacing Sillin. So that'll be very interesting why exactly he's doing that. But even the receiver isn't working perfectly.
No.
So it's just a huge problem.
But the other thing that is horrendous, I wonder if our viewers really are clear on how much money is being spent on prisons. California spends more money on prisons than education. And guess who was the highest paid employee of the state of California in 2006? Because that figure came out last year, so it was for the whole year of 2006. A lieutenant guard of the California Corrections Department, CDC, or the CDCR. They have the nerve to add rehabilitation, and they haven't done anything at all to rehabilitate anyone. But he made more than the governor.
That's
salary, a couple of $100,000, well over $200,000 in 1 year. And there are something like 100 guards who made over $100,000. Or I think it was even higher than that. But it's unbelievable, the kinds of money billions are being spent every year. And yet we can't get a decent education for our kids, and city college fees and state college fees are going up, and it's unbelievable what the priorities are. But of course we know that this is the new slave plantation too, because industry is there big time. Do you want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, that's right. Certainly they're making different things for the state government. The prisoners make things, and then private corporations going in and use for like reservation systems and anything else that they can use the prisoners' labor at minimal amount of money, like I mean literally pennies an hour.
Pennies, yeah.
And of course, and there was no. And then if they would struggle for any kind of union, of course, that would be a reason to probably put them in solitary.
Of course.
Remember the United Prisoners Union?
Oh yeah, yeah. But we don't have a lot of time left, so I would like to give each of you an opportunity to say some last words.
Well,
Georgia.
I would just encourage people to find out what they can about Hugo Pinel and other political prisoners. You can key them in on Google or other search engines and find out. And my organization is at www.prisons.org with an S, prisons. And that can tell you more information about how to get involved and links to lots of other organizations. And get the word out and write to legislators and help out to expose what's happening.
Right.
Well, Partisan Defense Committee, of course, followed Mia's struggle, and on the day after there is a decision made by the court in Pennsylvania on his most recent appeal, there will be a demonstration in Oakland in front of the Oakland Federal Building. And also, I wanted to raise the issue of the MOVE members in Pennsylvania. These people,
please do.
These people were, of course, the ones that are in prison now for 30 to 100 years. They're now entering their 30th year of imprisonment, in which they were found guilty of the death of a cop while the cop was killed when they had surrounded their compound in Philadelphia. This is a
Their home.
Yes, their home. This is a back to nature group that had been very militant and forceful in their positions. The cop was killed in the crossfire. There was about 600 cops surrounded their compound, and he was killed. They blamed it on these MOVE members who have been in prison now all this time, and
if I recall, the judge said he didn't know who shot the cop.
That's right.
Ultimately,
they had no proof
exactly
one way or the other.
And we're about clean out of time. I want to thank you both very, very much for being our guests here on Freedom is a Constant Struggle.
Thanks.
And thank you for watching Freedom is a Constant Struggle. Please join us next week, same time, same place, with Pam Africa and Fred Hampton Jr. And once again, thank you for watching. I'm Najada Handakich and
Kilu Nyasha. Thank you for joining us.